Hi, I'm Dilip Hensman. I work for the World Health Organization country office in Solomon Islands as a technical officer for health information systems. And my role as part of the Bloomberg Initiative for Data for Health is to support Solomon Islands in improving its CRVS. If you understand the context of Solomon Islands, it's 600 odd islands which are inhabited across over 1,500 kilometers of sea. So the biggest barrier is the geographical barrier. Some of these islands take like 5 days by boat. Yeah, so that's how far it is. Less than 50% of the deaths are ever notified to health. And given that we only have about 11% of our deaths that occur in a health facility with a doctor, the remaining deaths we know very little of and what the causes of death are. So this is why it's really important that we do verbal autopsies to get a better sense of what these people are dying of. And what we've done is we've rolled out a mechanism to get the verbal autopsies from the area health centers. So the Solomon Islands has 9 provinces, and each province has a number of health zones in it. There's a supervisory role of a nurse who is called an area health zone supervisor. And this supervisor goes from health facility to health facility to monitor various things that occur in these health facilities. So this is one of their duties now, to make sure that these health facilities are collecting notifications on death and to carry out the verbal autopsies on them. And as part of the Bloomberg Data for Health initiative, tablets have been given with the verbal autopsy instrument on it, and we've trained all the area health zone supervisors on how to use them. We tried different methods. We tried translating it into their local link language, which is Pidgin, which did not go too well, and they were more comfortable in using the instrument in English. It's orally spoken, but when it's put in text, they find it really hard to convey that across to the people. So they always read it in English and then interview the people in Pidgin. And the other barrier that we do have is internet connectivity. The country has very low coverage of internet connectivity, but having said that, things are improving. So, well, what they do is they do the VAs, and then once they move to an area where there is network coverage, they manage to upload the forms. But this would mean that there is a significant delay in getting the data across to the center. And the other barrier is this is the first time that most of them are ever using tablets, and this is something totally new to them. But they have adapted pretty well. They really like the idea. They've learned it pretty fast, and it's working pretty well. We still have more deaths that are reported through in health facilities, but this is only about 10% of our deaths, and we only have done so far about 200 verbal autopsies. And having said that, I think we've made significant progress. Just over 2 years ago, we didn't even have a uniform way of reporting deaths. We had no organized way of reporting deaths at all. So we have now a standard form to report deaths. Almost every death in a health facility with a medical doctor is medically certified, and the deaths in other health facilities run by nurses and nurse aides are now notified through another notification form, which then go into a process of verbal autopsies. So the area health zone supervisor or the health facility supervisor would get to know of a death in his or her community through the communities or through churches or from various other sources. Some of them get formally notified through a notification form, but most of them are just hearsay. They would only know that someone died in the community. So we have plans to expand or improve our notification by working with the churches, because almost every death is basically the burial takes place through a church minister, and this would be an ideal way where we could really improve notification. So we are looking at probably expanding our death notification forms to churches, which would definitely improve coverage.